Namaste YouTube, welcome to Cafe Enoma and welcome to our reaction to Metallica's Harvester of Sorrow. Wow, Harvester of Sorrow. I've never heard this term ever before, but only Metallica can come up with something like that. So I'm super excited because I think from the name Harvester of Sorrow, it sounds something, huge. Something like it's gonna have a blast or something in the song.
Yeah, the title is self-explanatory. It kind of tells us that it's someone who grows, sows sadness wherever he or she goes.
Yes.
He is the harvester of sorrow, so he or she tends to literally spread a lot of sorrow, a lot of grief, a lot of sadness, and that's really something.
It's like the reaper or something.
Makes me feel a bit uneasy to even digest the thought of a person like that, because how do you deal with such a person? I mean, the best thing is to walk out of there or to not be anywhere close to such a person, because I like to think of myself as a harvester of happiness. So if I can help people by giving them something of value that will make their lives happier, that is what I do. It's not about just making people laugh right now. That is a short-term thing. So that can be done on any comedy show. You watch a comedy show, a comedy movie, and you laugh. But that's short term. What I try to do is be a harvester of happiness. Make people be happy in the long run. And I guess you are too. I mean, you are even better than me. You're the queen of harvesting of happiness.
Yes.
Yeah, so either ways, this is a Patreon request for our patron Andrew. And I hope all of you guys enjoyed, Metallica fans. Incidentally, we just did a Pink Floyd reaction before this in the same session.
We are in a great mood.
Yeah, it was a great song. Very
fearless.
Yeah, it's a personality enriching song. It's a motivational, inspirational song called Fearless. Do check that out if you have the time after this. If you haven't already, let's get started with this one. Metallica's Harvester of Sorrow.
And from the cover, I see it's from And Justice for All.
It's an album we have reacted to a lot. Incidentally, Pink Floyd and Metallica are two of the biggest artists and bands that we have reacted to on Enoma in the last 5 or 6 months at least. There are others who may be slightly bigger than them as far as views go and how many subscribers we've got through those videos. But definitely they are in the top 5, both. So let's get started with Metallica's Harvester of Sorrow for our patron Andrew. This should be really, really interesting. It is the first time single take honesty actually. something really cool about this one. What are your initial thoughts?
I
Kirti?
love that rhythm guitar going in that tune. I hope that was, I got it right. I think I am right.
It's either the rhythm or the bass guitar,
Yeah,
for sure.
James Hetfield on the guitar. I think that was him. You know, it goes in a loop-like thing. It actually makes a good dance song also. You know, bit groovy. I like that music. I mean, I like the tune that he created with it, and the drums, you know, coming in at the right times. By the way you were doing it, it was in sync. Whenever it came, you were in sync. You were completely in rhythm and sync.
I usually am in rhythm and sync when we listen to it, but because of a split second
I
here and there in the
know.
editing,
People can't get that. Yes.
we get the timing wrong eventually in the reaction.
Yes.
So,
You know, we
yeah,
put
let's focus on the song. Though.
video
Let's focus
that
on
we
the song.
react to, matching, and somehow, you know, a split second and it may
Let's
be ruined.
focus on the song.
Yes, Harvester of Sorrow. Wow, I loved it. I loved it. You know, first of all, when it starts, the song starts, the tune that starts, you know what it reminded me of? You remember the movie Shahenshah?
Shahenshah.
Yeah.
Amitabh Bachchan.
Yes. Andheri Raaton mein. That song and this music, you put it together, it was, you know, they will make a blast.
Yeah. You can probably watch that video on YouTube, the song. What's the name of the song?
Andheri
In
Raaton
case
mein
somebody
should
wants
be
to check.
a
Because
title
people
song
often
of
ask.
Shahenshah.
Title song of Shahenshah, the movie. That is
S.
S-H-A-H-E-N-S-H-A-H.
It's a bit
Or
difficult,
just
I think.
type Shahenshah and Amitabh Bachchan.
Amitabh Bachchan, yeah. Anyway, I think it will
Yeah.
be confusing. But those who want to, they will get it. And loved it. Loved the music. It, you know, it's super pulsating, exciting, great music. The combination of the drums, the guitar, and the timing of the guitar solo couldn't be any better. You know, when you're right there in the song and enjoying, there kicks in the guitar
Lead
solo.
guitar.
And
It was a lead guitar
yes.
solo to eventually.
Awesome.
So it was principally basically two instruments. It was the rhythm and the heavier strings on the rhythm guitar. If it was James Hetfield doing it, if it was the bass guitarist, then it is the
I
bass
don't
guitar.
think it was bass.
But the rhythm or the bass guitar and the drumming were the principal two instruments for almost the whole song. And then you had the lead guitar kicking in later on. Possibly the bass guitar was there in the background if this was a rhythm guitar,
Yeah, couldn't
but
get
difficult
it.
to
Yeah,
say.
couldn't
Difficult
get
to
it.
say for us.
Yes, but and the song is about somebody, you know, just like we have God of love, God of happiness, God of education. This is the Lord of sorrow. That's what I'm looking at, and He likes to spread sorrow. You know, He's so blindfolded or so into it. Infanticide, the term came right towards the end, which made me go on to another track altogether. Then I said, I don't know if I'm getting the song by far or not, because here is a person who himself is in trouble and he is causing trouble to everybody else around him. He is spreading negativity, he is making other people's lives miserable, he's saying your loss is my gain, and you know, all sort of wrong things he's talking about. Maybe somebody with some mental disorder, some psychological disorder, where he finds happiness through suffering of other people. There have been so many movies, like the movie Split by Night Shyamalan. This character, he finds it very exciting, and he grows on to people's suffering. He traps girls in his house in different rooms, and he makes them suffer every day, and in that he finds a lot of satisfaction.
Which one?
Split.
Okay.
Because why then? I think I'm right. If I'm not wrong, it is the movie Split. McCoy, I don't remember his full name, the actor's full name. Early this year, Night Shyamalan's movie came, Mr. Glass, I think. That's the third part of Unbreakable. You remember Mr. Glass from Unbreakable? So second part was Split, and the third one came early this year. So in this movie, he's got split personalities, many of them, not only one or two. He's got different characters, and he finds a lot of satisfaction and happiness in seeing other people suffer. And he makes their lives miserable and makes them suffer, these women that he captures and keeps them in his captivity. So this sounded like that kind of a person, but then he was talking as if they were his children, and the suffering he was giving them to enjoy or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
What do you get?
It sounded pretty sadistic, like a
Yeah.
very, very evil, sadistic killer, a killer, literally a mass murderer, to be precise. The best term would be to a mass
something
murderer.
like that, yeah.
And not just a mass murderer, a serial mass murderer. So he just,
Serial
his
mass murderer.
purpose of his life or existence seemed to be to just spread hatred, kill people, make people sad, make people grieve,
Miserable.
make people live a miserable life. He didn't want children to be around. He didn't like children probably. He wanted them to be dead. And he wanted them to be killed when they were in the womb probably of the mother.
Within 1 year
or within
infant,
because an
infancy.
infant is generally
Yeah.
0 to 2 years of
Yeah,
age.
so infancy.
So, he wants to kill them in those first 2 years itself.
Yeah.
So why all that? Perhaps if we listen to the song a few more times, maybe we'll be able to add some more value to that. But as of now, this seems to be a very sadistic person, a person who's just out to kill people. And is he any different from certain terror groups out there today? I don't think so,
that's
because
exactly
they
what
too
they are
spread
doing,
the
yeah.
same kind of hatred. They too want certain communities, certain faiths to be wiped out. They too want children and innocent children and women to be killed in mass murders like bomb blasts, serial bomb blasts, mass shootings and things like that. So are they any different from what they're talking about here? I don't think so.
Harvester of sorrow, that's true.
They are harvesters of sorrow. People may be very happy. In general, because of the way the world is designed, the way life is designed, most people are happy to begin with. And we don't actually realize that because of all the negativity that is around us, and we get trapped in its existence, that negativity, we get trapped in that bubble of negativity literally, or negative forces around us. So we don't actually realize that our life is pretty good at most times. We are pretty happy too. And, you may be having a very, very good week or a good month, but there will be one or two people who come who are harvesters of sorrow. They will enter your life, they will enter your society, they will enter your apartment complex, and they will create havoc. They will make everyone's lives there miserable. That one person, of course on a bigger scale it may be a group, but that one person, that one leader, that one terrorist, that one person who wants to create havoc, it could be in a school, it could be in an office, it could be in a godown, it could be in a factory, it could be in society at large. That one person can create havoc for everyone else if that is their attitude, that they are harvesters of sorrow. So maybe someone will shed light in the comments about how this song came about, the history, the trivia behind it. I'm sure they will, because Metallica usually, and since this is a pretty old song, definitely there may be some concept, some principle, some idea, some story, some thought process behind the creation of a song like Harvester of Sorrow. Incidentally, since I'm in charge of sourcing requests and checking requests for copyright and things like that, before we get down to reacting, because Kirti is a pure reactor, so her doing it is out of question literally on our channel. So, but since I do it, I was surprised that I didn't hear the song. Even when I source it, I don't hear songs unless I've already heard it before. So I actually saw nobody actually did a reaction to a lyric video or the studio album song like we have.
Okay.
Almost everyone out there did a reaction to a live performance.
Okay.
And it's sad because I didn't watch any of those reactions. I plan to do that tonight along with Kirti. That's what we
Anyway, we are going to watch it, yeah.
So I want to know what they spoke about, because this song is so powerful lyrically. Assuming that they spoke mainly about the music or how they felt listening to it, it's sad that such a powerful song, which is so relevant today.
Yeah.
We talk about a couple of world leaders.
Harvesters of sorrow.
You don't need to name them, you probably know who I'm talking about. I'm naming one or two, maybe one or two which everyone will know. But then there may be so many others who
In
you just
smaller
look.
ways, yeah, they never make it till the international
They
media.
are school principals, they are governors of states, they are teachers, they are parents in PTA meetings and associations. The one person can be a harvester of sorrow. And as you know, one person, their usual target is to get 2 or 3 people around them. If you watch the movie Mummy, it personifies this song so beautifully. The mummy who comes back alive was going to be reformed totally. His only objective is to wipe out everyone who's unlike him. You know, in the for the purpose of taking revenge for what was done to him. So you can see that, you know, he's not going to bother who he's doing it to. Anyone in the hotel who's there, he wants to kill with all those killing bees or whatever he spreads through his open mouth. It's shown so beautifully, The Mummy, you know, starring Brendan Fraser. And the actress from Runaway Jury. I love that role of hers in Runaway Jury with John Cusack. Anyway, so this is what I feel about it. Final thoughts, Kirti, anything more you'd like to add? I hope the other reactors can also, you know, interpret the lyrics even if they reacted to the live performance, because that would be great.
Yeah.
I would be very happy if I did that.
I don't know, but I don't like watching reactions of other people.
Yeah, she doesn't. She doesn't bother.
I don't. Because I presume, that's a bad habit, but I presume most people, when it comes to Metallica, they tend to only and only listen to the music. They don't get into the lyrics. I wonder why. Because the lyrics are there. They are not instrumental band. They are not just playing instruments. They write their lyrics. They mean strong. You know, they write lyrics to give out a strong message out there to their fans, and they want it to be understood. And the real and actual fans do get that. But I don't think reactors understand that value of getting into the lyrics.
Let's look at the positive side of it. We are harvesters
so
of happiness.
at least you have an
Positivity.
option where we do that, and I hope that satisfies you.
And for those who think, why didn't we react more to the live music, or you should have watched the live performance?
I know, we would love to.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
There are enough people who do that. Spare us, please. We are here for a particular purpose, and that purpose is to spread happiness and give a purposeful meaning to the songs that we listen to with our background of counseling, psychology, training and parenting for so long. And as an Indian couple, a different perspective from thousands of miles away from most of our listeners in the West who come to our channel. So we are here for that reason.
And this is the kind of contribution we want to give.
Yeah, we don't want to change what we are and what we do and how we do it. We love what we do. So thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this analysis that we gave our own take on the lyrics of this wonderful masterpiece of Metallica.
Yeah.
I don't want to rub it in, but I'll say too bad the other reactors. I've not even seen it, but I know how it goes. Too bad the other reactors don't actually get down to interpreting the lyrics of Metallica. If they did, I'm sure Metallica would be a lot more popular, at least on YouTube. Goodbye. You can check out our Patreon page. The link is in the description box of this video.
Yes.
Thanks.